Hey there, welcome. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to save an image with a transparent background in Photoshop. By the end of this video, you'll know how to export your designs, logos, or any artwork so they're crisp, clean, and completely free of unwanted backgrounds, perfect for web use, printing, or overlaying on other images. Let's dive right in. First, you want to make sure your design or artwork is sitting on its own layer, separate from any background. This matters a lot because if your image isn't isolated, you'll end up keeping those background pixels, even if they seem invisible right now. Find your Layers panel on the right. You should see a list of layers, sometimes named things like Background, Layer 1, or maybe something descriptive like Logo. If you see a layer called Background with a little lock icon, your artwork might not be separate yet. Not a problem. You can right-click to duplicate this layer, then use whatever selection tool you prefer to carefully cut out your subject and isolate it. If you already have everything on its own layer, great. Now, to make the background disappear, just click the eye icon next to the background layer. That hides it from view, and you'll notice a checkerboard pattern. This means Photoshop sees those areas as transparent. Don't worry if this part takes a few moments. Sometimes tidying up layers requires a bit of patience and zooming in to make sure everything looks perfect. Once your background is hidden, let's talk about saving. Instead of just hitting Save, go to File, then Save a Copy. This step ensures you keep your original Photoshop file with all its editable layers, and you won't accidentally overwrite your main working file. Save a Copy is especially handy if you plan to do further tweaks down the line, because it protects your layered version while giving you this new, exported file for sharing or using elsewhere. When the dialog box opens up, look at the Format drop-down menu. You'll want to pick either PNG or TOSND or TIFF here. Both support transparency, but PNG is usually best for web and general use. It keeps file sizes manageable and preserves really sharp edges, which is perfect if you've designed a logo or graphic with hard lines. TIFF can be useful if you're sending files to print, or you need super high quality for professional applications. Select your preferred format, hit Save, and in the next dialog, feel free to tweak settings if you like. For PNG, most of the default options are fine, but double-check that transparency is enabled. Click OK, and just like that, you've got a transparent background file, ready to use. Now, let's look at another popular method, especially if you're prepping images for web. That's Save for Web Legacy. Start again by making sure your background layer is hidden, just like before. The checkerboard pattern should be visible, confirming your transparency. Then go to File, Export, Save for Web Legacy. This tool is a bit old school but super reliable because it gives you granulated control over file size and transparency. In the dialog box, set the format to PNG 24. This version of PNG supports full transparency and the highest color quality. Over in the settings, there's a little checkbox for transparency. Make sure it's checked. If you skip this, your image could lose its transparent background entirely, so always double check. Once you're happy with the preview, choose a destination for your file and click Save. At this point, you've got your image free of its background, saved in the right format, and it's ready for whatever you want to use it for: website banners, professional print, or layered projects. Remember, getting comfortable with saving transparent images unlocks a lot of creative flexibility in your workflow. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to drop a like below, and if you have any questions or hit any snags along the way, leave a comment. I'd love to help out. And of course, subscribe for more Photoshop tutorials and creative tips. See you next time.